there guys, it's Mr. Q, your friendly neighborhood Qatari, and in front of us we've got the Hyundai Palisade 2020 edition. Now, let me just start this off by saying that I am not a car expert, but I do love cars, and I thought that a lot of people, like me, like to watch information about every single feature that the car has, or at least the ones that I can discover. So let's go on a journey and discover the 2020 Palisade. Or is it Palisade? No, it's Palisade. So we're going to start with the outside first. As you can see in the front, you've got this big beefy grille over there, and you've got the giant Hyundai logo. Below that, you'll notice that we've got a camera right over here, and that's because we've got bird's eye view. Yes, we've got a camera in the front, back, and on the sides, which I'll show you later on. You see that we've got this metallic trim over here, which I think actually looks pretty cool. And you've also got these split light sections. What's really cool is that this beam over here goes all the way down to over there. Now, you've got different models where you've got, you know, LED headlights, and then some of them just got the regular bulbs. So go ahead and make sure that you choose the one that you like. Now, if we take a look at the overall body, I think it looks pretty cool, don't you? Actually does not look anything at all like the previous version. Now, if we take a look at the side, you can see that there are a couple of things that I wanted that stand out. So, some of the things that I wanted to show you as well. In the mirror, you'll see that you've got the indicators over here, and I think that's also in a very nice location. You still have the one that's on the side, but of course, being over here makes it so much more visible. And you can see right underneath we've got the camera, and hopefully you can see it right over here. You see that? You've got that trim. You've also got many different types of wheel configs, and this is the one that I was provided. If we go around, you can kind of see that it kind of stops over here, and then you've got this black trim over here rather than, you know, this closing off. And I guess that's just to give you that elongated look. If we go to the back, you'll notice a couple of things. Now, one thing that I really liked, and actually I confused this for a second, I thought that this was a light initially in the dark, but then later on I realized it was a metallic looking trim. And actually it blends in really well and gives it, you know, a really nice look. And that trim also goes down there too. If we take a look at the back and we go down here, you'll see that there's a camera right over there. You can see you've got a reflector, and you've also got your wheel, your spare. In regards to your exhaust, that's what it looks like. Let's get a little bit closer. And now I want to give you guys as many close-up shots as possible, because whenever I'm looking at cars, that's what I'm looking for. I want to see everything. So there you guys go. You can also see that we've got a windshield wiper around the back, and you've also got a light right up there. Let's go ahead and open this up. It's automatic, opens up really easily. Now, if we take a look in the trunk, you can see that we've got a bunch of different things. You've got a jack. You've also got this divider over here that you can completely remove so that you can divide different sections of your trunk. You'll notice that you've got infinity speakers. Really nice to see that they're all the way back here. You've got these little hooks over here too, so that you can put your net and you can divide your this compartments as you see fit. On the left hand side, we've got a 12 volt 180 watt cigarette lighter port. You'll also see that you've got controls for the second row, and this lets you go ahead and put down the second row so that you've got a huge, ginormous, super long, like if you wanted to, you could put a mattress here and have a little bit of a nap, little nappy poo. You can see that on the right hand side, you've also got cup holders, and the reason is because you can turn this into a third row. And the way that you do that is by simply pulling this and then releasing. So I thought that's pretty nice. One other really nice feature is the fact that they've got some Velcro over here so that you don't have things rattling around. I like that. I like it a lot. So let's go ahead and pull this one too. Now, while it's pulled, you'll notice that as long as you're stretching on this or you're pulling on this, that it's going to go forward. So as long as you just like kind of let go at the point that you want this to hook on, you're good. So let's go ahead and close this up. You can see we've got a button over here. Yes, automatic too. We're gonna start with the back seats first when we go inside, and then we'll go with the front and we'll talk about all the cool features that are there. You can see that the seats are back at the moment. So I want to show you two things. This is what the third row looks like. It's nice and comfortable, to be honest. Comfortable looking, and when I sat back there, it actually felt good too. Alright, so you'll also notice in the third row, not only do we have cup holders, but do you see that right over here? Yes, indeed, that is a USB port, so you can go ahead and charge your phone. You got one on the right, and then you got one on the left as well. That's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and pull the second row up. You'll see that there's a button right over here. I'm going to push this button, and I'm going to pull this up, and I'm done. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention is that if you're on the third row, you can push this button just once. It will just slightly push this forward, and it'll also let the seat roll forward so they can get out. And then, of course, that's all you need to do to put it back. Alright, so now I'm sitting in the back seat. Just wanted to show you how much legroom I have when I put the seat all the way back. Now, I am 170 centimeters. If we take a look on the left-hand side, we've got this matte wood look. I'm not entirely sure if this is real wood or not, but it still looks pretty cool. You've got your speaker with the metal. You got your handle, metal looking, but this is plastic. You've also got a sunshade. You've got a button right over here, and of course you've got cup holders. So cup holders in the back, cup holders over here too, and of course your handle. And not only that, besides this pocket over here, I can go ahead and pull this down. More cup holders over there. These guys, they know that people want to drink. Don't drink and drive, just drink halal stuff, okay? So we can also see in the back seats, and this is one of the really cool convenience features. You see right over here, we've got a what? We've got another USB port. You got one here, you've got one here too. So again, real convenient. They want to make sure that you're always topped up, always fully charged. In the center, we can see that we can control the air conditioner. So we got auto, the temperature, we got the flow. So if I want to get my feet nice and cold too, I can. I can control the speed, and then I can turn it off. And of course, we've got a 12 volt, 180 watt right over there too. Now let's look at the top. You can see up here, we've got the air conditioner. So we can go ahead and turn this on or off, and we can change the angle if we wanted to. In the center, we've got some lights here too. And you can see that the material that we have is actually this suede looking. It's not real suede, but it actually is kind of cool. I like it. This is the type of stuff that you see in more expensive cars. Now, on the back, you've got a sunroof too. And we've got a front sunroof. And this can be controlled only from the front, and I'll show you that later on. You'll also see that in the third row, and I should have mentioned this earlier, that we've got air conditioning too. Alright, so the car's on, and it's actually quite quiet. When you turn the AC on full blast, then it actually gets a little bit more noisier. Now, I want to show you a couple of things because I can't show you when I am sitting down, but if we look at the center console right over here, you've got a cubby space, and you've also got a 12 volt, 180 watt, and then you've got a one that's dedicated just for charging. So that's useful, especially if you're going to go ahead and set up, let's say, a dash cam, for example. Let's get into the car, close the door. Alright, so now we're in the front seat. You can see on the left-hand side, we've got space to store some stuff, but we've also got an indentation. Let me try to get the good reflection. You can see that over there for your, guess what? Water bottles. If we close this up, you can see we've got a speaker right over here, not with the metallic trim, which is unusual, but on the left-hand side, you can see we've got set 1, 2. You've got the automatic folding mirrors. You've got left and right. You can control the angle of the mirrors. All the doors unlock, lock, open up your window over here, passenger window, back passengers, and you've got the baby child lock. So you can go ahead and make sure that they can't either open the windows or unlock the doors. So over here on the left-hand side, we've got a couple of different things, from the angle of the fog lights to the illumination to blind spot assistant, lane assistant. You can go ahead and open up your trunk, and of course you've got electronic handbrake right over there. This is where the fuse box. Now, if we take a look at the center, we're going to come back to this in just a moment. We're going to take a look at all of the different features. I'm going to share that with you later on. If we take a look to the right of the steering wheel, this is where you'll see the start engine stop. That's cool. Here we've got the air conditioner. We've got all these really cool accented, metal accented buttons from the power, volume, metal, navigation. This is all plastic, by the way, but it just looks like it's metal. This is leather. And then here's the, the type of rubber that you usually have on top of dashboards too. Here you can see that you can control your air conditioning, and this is really nice to have as a dedicated section, especially when you're busy showing off specific information on the screen over here. Below that, you can see this is how you control your gears: park, reverse, neutral, and drive. You've got auto hold, you've got the rev control, you've got parking sensor, and then you've got the bird's eye view. Unusually, this always defaults to off, and the auto hold also defaults to off, and I think I would prefer this to stay on. What this does is, let's say you're on an incline, or let's say even if you're just on a stand at a parking light or traffic light, and you're just simply, not moving, right? Because you're at that light. If you release the brake, your car will not roll forward, and I wish that could stay permanently on. I couldn't find a setting that would allow me to do that. You've got heated seats, cooled seats, or vice versa, actually cooled seats and heated seats. And then you've got the center console right over here, and this is pretty cool because we push to open it up. You've got your cup holders, of course. You push this button and the cup holder comes out. You've got a USB port right over here, and you've got wireless Qi charging. When you put your phone in here, it'll automatically start to charge. And one of the really cool features of this car is the fact that it's got these smart sensors. So it'll go ahead and tell you that, by the way, you forgot your phone if you leave the car with it still on the Qi charger. It'll also do the same thing if you've got something in the back seat. It'll tell you, by the way, something's in the back seat, just in case you forget your kid. If we look over here, we've got even more storage space. This part over here can completely come off. And you can see we've got a 12 volt, 180 watt, and then we've got another specifically made charger over here. So you can charge any of your devices. If we take a look at the glove box, because a lot of you asked me in previous videos to show you what it looks like from the inside, here you go. You can see that that's what the Infinity speakers look like, which, by the way, these speakers are so loud, and I actually had to reduce the bass when I was going into the equalizer because of how, strong it was. So now let's look at the top. Over here we can see our rear view mirror. There's a power button right over there, and if you go ahead and turn this on, it'll automatically dim just in case you've got somebody that's rude and it's got full beams in your face right now. Over here, this is where we can control the lights, all lights, just your side, passenger side. This is for when the door is open, and then you can also go ahead and open up the roof, or actually you can just kind of like tilt it upwards, and this will allow you to open up the rear shade. So if I go ahead and just push that up, automatically open up the sunroof. Let's close that up. Now you can't open up the sunroof for the front one automatically, and all you need to do is just slide that open. Another thing that I wanted to show you is this. This is not for your sunglasses. No. When you open this up, you'll see a wide mirror, and this will let you see all of the kids in the back seat, so you can say, "Shut up, kids!" So I've never seen that before, and I thought that was pretty cool. Again, another convenience. Like, they really have put a lot of thought into this car. Over here, if we pull down the sun visor, mirror, little clip so you can put your ID or whatever it is. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this screen right over here. So we've got 3 different sections, and this is one of the really cool things about the cars, that you can go ahead and customize whether you want one screen with all of the information, or if you want multiple bits of information. In this case, we've got the map, we've got our AV, and then we've got the time. I can go ahead and swipe, and I can see more information over here, such as a Qibla compass, so we can see which way we should pray, to the phone, the radio, navigation, favorites, driving info. By the way, the Qibla compass shows up in the Middle East and Muslim countries. It won't show up. You won't have that option, I believe, in other countries, unless you might be able to ask for it. You also have Apple CarPlay. You've got driving information. So if we click on that, it'll give you information such as driving distance, and you can see driving time, deceleration, acceleration, speed distribution. This is all based on your last drive. Let's go back for a second. You can see your media, maps, settings, voice memo, in case you want to remind yourself of something real good. And then you've got quiet mode. So if you tap on quiet mode, when quiet mode is selected, radio and media are played back in the front seats only. So this is basically if you've got kids in the back and you want it to be you want them to sleep, but you still want to listen to some tunes, you tap on the quiet mode. You've got rear climate control, and this is how you can control that rear climate. So you can set the temperature, the flow, and so on from the front seat. You can also do that, as I said, with the controls down there. You've got driver talk, so you can talk to your car and be like, hey, Palisade, how's it going? Yeah. And then, if we tap on menu, you can see you can edit the home widgets, edit the home icons, edit home layout, and then you can set it to manual. So if we select this as an example, you can see that those 3 different units that I said that you can customize: map, radio, media, and then the clock. We can go ahead and put whatever widget we want. So let's go ahead and choose home icons. So this is the order of the icons that you just seen, so you can decide what you like. Let's go ahead and select a category such as, let's go to media. You can hear the music being played right now. So if I tap on that one more time, that'll open up the media section. So I can then choose to tap on menu, station list, sort, auto sort favorites, reorder favorites, delete favorites, sound settings, and so on. So if I go ahead, and as you can see, we've got split screen too. So now I've taken 2/3 of the section and then left a section for something else like the time. So if I tap on sound settings, you can see you can adjust the position of the audio, the volume levels, the equalizer, the volume ratio, navigation volume, and then if you tap on advanced, you got quantum logic surround. You gotta tap that because you want multi-dimensional surround sound experience featuring patented signal extraction technology. And of course you got bass boost, and that's probably why I was hearing such strong bass earlier. So let's go ahead now and open up another menu which might be useful to see, which includes, where is the settings, so we can see what other settings we have. Navigation, advanced, sound, vehicle. So let's tap on vehicle. We want to see what the vehicle settings are. Driver mode, so you can drive mode change alert, so you can have a detailed alert, simple alert, or no alert. So this is basically showing you how it would look. So let's have it on detailed. Climate, you can have automatic ventilation, so it'll decide when you want to have you want to dehumidify your cabin. And then of course climate features for the rear climate control. If we tap on that, it just basically opens up your AC again. So I'm not entirely sure why that's there, but okay. If we tap on seat position change alert, this is really cool. So let's say you've left your car at the valet and somebody has driven your car and then moved your seat and then did not put it back where it should be. Just let you know, by the way, somebody's moved your seat. So it might be also good if little Timmy tries to go for a joyride. If we go back, we tap on sound. You've already seen that menu. Advanced. You can go ahead and tune knob function, custom steering wheel mode button. You can decide exactly what it's going to cycle through. And then your home screen too. You can go ahead and control the navigation settings, what you display, the metrics, the data, the guidance, voice and prompts, and so on. If we tap on general, GPS time, 24-hour format, daylight saving time, the languages. These are just some of the languages. Of course, in different countries, you will have different languages. The keyboard options, so you can actually have multiple language keyboards. You can have a screensaver if you want to. None, analog or digital. And system information, where you can update some stuff too. So that's that for this. I mean, of course, there are many features that we could take a look at, and I did say we're going to showcase everything, and so I will definitely create a dedicated video showing you one by one, but I think I covered the most important stuff. Alright, so let's take a look at the camera system right over here. When we reverse, guys, it's not going to be reflected, you know, perfectly, but the quality of the camera is pretty incredible. It's like it's HD. So I can see what's going on behind me, and I can see that bird's eye view right over there. But if I wanted to change this, I can see a top-down view of the rear, which I think is really, really cool. Even though I can see that here, it's like a zoomed-in version right over there. And this will show me the left side and the right side, so to make sure I don't, you know, hit a curb, for example. And I can change things such as the brightness, and then in terms of settings, top view guidance, top, you know, the default mode, and rear view mode, and so on. So you can set what mode you prefer. I really, really like this. Alright, so over here we can see we've got the voice activate button, so you can talk to your car and say, hey Hyundai, what's going on? Hyundai will be like, hey man. And then you got the mode button, so you can control the audio to switch it between radio, your iPhone, or whatever it is. This is how you control the volume, just by simply moving this up and down. This is how you can control different stations if you're on radio. Answer phone call, hang up phone call. On this side we've got the menu button. This is the cruise controlling buttons, and this is also the distance, so you can tell the car how far you want to be before it starts doing things automatically. And of course, press to honk. On the left hand side we've got some paddles. I doubt that you're going to be racing, but I do want to mention that this steering is really soft. Like, it's really easy to drive this car. I could drive it with just my 2 fingers if I wanted to. On the left hand side you can see we've got 2 stalks, so this is how we can control our indicator, our flash, our light, full beam. You should probably just set that to auto. And then on the right hand side we've got the stock, so we can control the wipers, the front, the back, and also if you want to set it to the auto mode. So now it's time to take a look at the general section, the front little dashboard, where we can see our RPMs on the left, you can see the speed on the right, and how much petrol we have. Let's start controlling this. So you can see from the beginning what we've got is basically our range and our speed, and we can see that we are on eco mode. Oh, what do you mean eco mode? Are there multiple modes? Oh yes indeed. Right over here we've got this knob that lets you choose between comfort, eco, sport, and smart, and then you've got different terrains as well, so snow, mud, and sand. That's actually pretty cool. And you can just simply shift the modes by turning this knob. And when you do change it, you'll see that it shows you different colors. I typically just leave it on smart mode, because that's the smart thing to do. And it'll also show you the screen over here, so you can see the different modes that you're on. Now that we've shifted to sport mode, you can see everything is red. We're gonna leave that on smart right now. And now things are this light bluish white. If I tap on the button to move down, I can see my drive mode. I can see my fuel economy, accumulated info such as the distance as well as petrol and so on. We got drive information, even more driver information, and then back to speed, and then that's it. If I tap on the menu button one more time, you'll see that now I can see the compass. Tap on it again. I can, that compass by the way will also show you the directions when you've got your map. I can see over here, I can see my tire pressure, but I need to drive a little bit first. Tells me that certain system is off. My attention level, yes, the car is smart enough to know whether you're dozing off. And then I guess this, I'm not entirely sure what this shows you, and I don't to even pretend. So let's go ahead to the settings. You can see we've got the heads-up display. We're going to select that. You can either enable it, you can control the display height, you can control the rotation, the brightness, the content selection, which includes turn-by-turn, traffic info, driving assist info, lane safety info, blind spot safety, audio, video info. If we go to speedometer size, you can have small, medium, or large. You can control the color, white, orange, or green. I leave it orange because it's actually easier to read. And then we can go back. So let me just show you, what does the heads-up display look like? And as you can see in front of us, we've got the heads-up display. It'll show you all of your information, and as I said before, you can control a number of different things, such as the height. And so let me just show you what it looks like when I'm moving the height. And I also wanted to show you the brightness control. So this is currently set to max, and you can reduce it if you want to. I typically just leave it on max just so that it's always clear. You can control the size. And the content selection, which currently includes navigation, media, and so on, but you don't see it on the screen because we're not driving anywhere. We're not going anywhere specific. So that's the heads-up display. All right, so now we're back here. So let's go back, take a look at driver assistance, SCC response, fast, normal, or slow. I just left it on normal. It's basically, you know, how fast you want it to give you an audible warning, for example. You've got driving assist, leading vehicle departure alert, and then lane following assist. Warning timing, normal or later. Warning volume, high, medium, and low. Driver attention warning. So do you want to be warned when you are swaying around? Maybe you're just not driving straight because maybe you've got a little bit tipsy. Forward safety, active assist, warning only, and then off. And so basically, you know, it'll help you to brake. Lane safety, lane keeping assist, lane departure warning, and then you can keep that off. Blind spot safety, so I'll show you the blind spot view. Safe exit assist, active assist or warnings only or off, and active assist, you know, again will help you to brake. Rear cross traffic safety, and that's it, we're done. We go to the door, you can control the auto lock, tailgate speed, and smart tailgate. You've got lights, so one touch indicator, you know, when you just touch the indicator and use it, you know, just indicates 3 times in a row, you can actually decide whether you want 3, 5, or 7. I don't like 3, I like 5. So I set it to 5. You've got the headlamp display. Sound. Welcome sound. So the car will say hello. No, it doesn't. It just gives you some music. Convenience, easy seat, forward, backward access. And I really like this because obviously the seat moves to let me get out of the car easier, and I'll show you that in just a second. Easy seat up and down, rear occupant alert. That's what I told you before about the smart alerts. Welcome mirror light, wireless charging system, traffic info, wiper lights display, auto rear wiper, gear position up, icy road warning. You've got your service interval, other features, fuel economy auto reset, fuel economy unit, temperature unit, tire pressure unit, and that's it, we're done. And then you can go ahead and reset if you wanted to, and you can start all over again. But that's it. If we take a look at the dashboard, you can see that we've got the area, you know, for the heads-up display, and you got the speakers and sensors and all that jazz. Alright everyone, so now I'm sitting in the back seat so I can show you the whole entire dashboard. This is what the view looks like, giving you those smooth panning shots. And to be honest, when I take a look at this car, I'm really impressed. For the price of around 160,000 riyals, I mean, the quality that you get, the smoothness, it's really it's a great bargain, to be honest. And some of these really smart features, such as, you know, notifications of if your phone is forgotten, you know, the little convenience stuff, you know, like the USB ports and all the cup holders, and, you know, the moving seats, and if you've left a baby in the back. I like all of this stuff, and I think it's really cool that they've managed to cram all of these features, including a really beautiful camera system. Alright everyone, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I wanted to show you all of the different features, and I wanted to give you all those beautiful shots. So let me know what you think, and if you did like this video, please don't forget to give me a like, because thumbs are free, but they mean a lot to me. And if you want more specs in regards to speed, acceleration, and mileage, that's in the description too. And if you want to see more of these types of videos, please don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate it. The Hyundai Palisade 2020. H-Track 3.8.